Hi everyone, it's Mon. This will be my first current energies reading for the collective for all 12 signs. So, first of all, welcome. I am excited about being able to serve the community here on YouTube under the guise of Lightworker Tarot. Now, if you don't know a lot about tarot, here's my take on it. I feel like tarot is a way for us to read your current energy, what's going on in your life, and I also throw in the life coaching part of it by looking at what are some options that we can take and maybe a little bit of advice. All right. Now, what you have to understand is energy changes. So something that might come up today may not be applicable the next day. The other thing is these readings will find you when you're supposed to find them, generally. Now, that being said, we all are blessed with free will. So if there's something in the reading that resonates and you feel like you have control over the situation, you have every right to do so. Okay, so don't feel like you're trapped by a video you saw on YouTube, okay? And as always, if it resonates, if it makes sense, if it clicks, yes, it's meant for you. And if it doesn't, or it makes you feel really bad or negative, it's probably not your reading, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. And what I will be doing is you'll see me writing in between each sign so I can go ahead and set the timestamps on these. So the first reading that we will be doing is Aries. Okay, Aries, what do we need to know about Aries? And I'm doing a 3-card general with some clarification if we need to. Okay, so we get 7 of Swords, King of Cups, and the Page of Wands. So what I'm seeing is I think you're in a situation, it may or may not be a love situation because of the King of Cups, but I do see where some type of miscommunication, mistruth, deception is affecting a relationship. Like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be with a spouse, significant other, could be a family member. Though I see you showing up as the King of Cups, even though you are a fire sign. So you are trying to be very fair and balanced, and maybe even not jumping to conclusions until you have all of the information that you need. In the outcome, we see the Page of Wands. So I feel like the news that you are needing to help clear up this misconception or miscommunication will come at the right time for you. Okay, and I want to go ahead and do one more card for clarification. So we get the Page of Cups in reverse. So while you're waiting for this information to come through, avoid letting yourself feel down about it. The Page of Cups in the reverse might make you feel a little bit emotional about the situation. I feel like you need to let things play out, but the outcome with the Page of Wands does look positive in the fact that that information or piece of news that you were waiting for will come in. Okay, Aries. So our next sign is Taurus. So let me write Taurus down. Okay, Taurus, what do we need to know about you and your energy today? Taurus, got cards dropping out. All right, we get the 9 of Cups in the reverse, the Knight of Cups in reverse, and the 6 of Cups in the upright. So this is a situation either dealing with someone you feel is a soulmate. I don't really pick up twin flame, but I feel like you're in a state of dissatisfaction because you keep thinking that, you know, I'm never going to be happy in love and in life until I find my soulmate. Okay, which is fine. fine and dandy. If that's what you were wanting, that's fine. You can set that intention for the universe. But what you have to be careful of with the Knight of Cups in the reverse is that might create a block from you actually meeting other people that could be just as amazing for you. So in other words, if you have a picture of in your mind of what your soulmate looks like, what they act like, what kind of job they have, and so forth, the Knight of Cups is warning you to make sure that you don't set your heart on that image, because that person may end up being someone totally different than what you imagined in the first place. I'm hearing let things unfold naturally. Okay. Let me pull one more. Okay. Wheel of Fortune fell out. So yeah. So avoid repeating past patterns whenever you're looking at potential dating partners, and be very optimistic, because the Wheel of Fortune in the upright is about good luck and moving forward. Okay. So I would say expect the unexpected and just allow things to progress forward, because if you don't, you're going to end up having to repeat some negative patterns again. All right. So our next reading is for Gemini. So what do we need to know for Gemini? Okay, Gemini. We get the 5 of Wands in reverse, the 10 of Wands in reverse, and strength in the outcome. So I feel like there has been a situation where with the 10 of Wands, you're just kind of like, I'm done. I've had it. I'm not dealing with this anymore. Lots of BS floating around. You are avoiding this conflict. You are avoiding this whole bit of shenanigans, right? And I almost feel like, because there's that duality nature of Gemini, it's kind of like you can see both sides and you don't want to pick one. Your outcome card is the strength card. So I feel like as long as you are being true to your highest self and know that you are acting with truth, that you have a positive outcome in this situation. So I'm going to clarify strength, see what we get. So we get the 5 of Cups in reverse. So if there is an apology that needs to be made by you, make that apology, because I think that's going to break up some of that energy or some of that conflict that is going on. But I'm feeling that you have the strength to do this and come out on top. Okay, I hope that helps, Gemini. So our next reading is for Cancer. So what do we need to know for Cancer? Okay, spirits, guides, angels of the highest love, light, and divinity. What do we need to know for Cancer? 9 of Wands in the reverse, 8 of Cups in the reverse, and Page of Wands in the reverse. There's been a lot of fire energy. So what I'm getting, you can hear a car going by, sorry. What I'm getting is you are in this pessimistic little funk, okay? And it may be a situation where you find yourself having to really defend yourself, but be careful that you're not overly defensive. Like they say, that idea, he doth protest. There's always a little bit of truth to that, where you might have screwed up a little bit, okay? So that 8 of Cups in the reverse is telling me, let go of it. It's probably really petty. It's probably something that is causing more havoc than it needs to. So I keep hearing the word butthurt. All right. So if you are being a little butthurt, just let it go. Okay, bygones, let bygones be bygones. And it could be that you're having this conflict with a fire sign. All right, so let it go. All right. Okay, so our next reading is for Leo. I have Leo next. Next at bat is Leo. Okay, Leo. What do we need to know for Leo? We get the Empress in the reverse, the Page of Cups, and the Hierophant. Wow, very interesting. So you have the Hierophant and the outcome. So why are we seeing Hierophant in the outcome? So I feel like, and let me just clarify, when I think of Empress, I think of divine feminine energy and power. That's not gender specific, because also souls contain feminine and masculine energy. So I feel like there is possibly a relationship where there has been this weird flip of roles where the divine masculine and feminine have kind of switched, that like that courtship kind of, playfulness that goes back and forth. Because if you're both in masculine energy or you're both in feminine energy, for example, if you don't have that balance, you're either both going to be running away or running away towards each other too quickly, and you end up with a state of imbalance and possibly some miscommunication. Okay, but the Page of Cups says that if you will step into your divine energy and hold back and just be in the feminine receiving mode, that your divine masculine is going to step up with action, most likely a romantic message or gesture towards you. Now, what I like about this is with the Hierophant and the Upright, this is about up-leveling the relationship. So, whatever state you're in right now, maybe this is the conversation or the message that needs to be communicated in order for you two to figure out if this is something that you really want. So I'm going to clarify the Hierophant for you. So we get the Ace of Wands in the reverse. So don't get too overly excitable about this. Okay, so what I'm hearing is, like, if this person finally says the 3 little words, finally, like, I love you, I dig you, or something, don't get all crazy. Oh, I love you too. Oh my gosh, let's get married. No, all in due time. So with the Ace of Wands in reverse, I'm hearing just let it kind of work itself out little by little. But I do see that outcome with the Hierophant. So stay in that divine feminine and receive that message and be appreciative of the message, but don't go chasing and getting masculine. All right. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So our next message is for Virgo. So Virgo, what do we need to know for Virgo right now? So angels, guides, spirits of the highest love, light, and divinity. What do we need to know for Virgo? 2 of Cups, 9 of Wands in the reverse, and Judgment. So I feel like something in a relationship, because I do see this, I'm picking up the 2 of Cups as a relationship, that some type of resolution that you have been waiting for is going to come to pass. That is in your outcome. Now, what has been going on is, again, it's a relationship. There's a significant other involved, but I feel like one of you has been very stubborn. So it could be stubbornness in maybe defining the relationship, because I'm picking up the Nine of Wands as passion, drive, and someone's ready to move things forward and someone isn't. Okay, but I feel like with Judgment, you know, there's going to be that second chance to, okay, let's talk about this and let's figure out, you know, are we on the same page? Okay, are we both looking for the same thing? I'm feeling like you're the open person. I feel like the other person is the one who's a little bit more defiant and stubborn in the situation, but Judgment looks good on you. All right, so next is Libra. Okay, so I'm gonna shuffle for Libra. So hope you guys are enjoying the reading so far for all of the signs. Okay, Libra, what do we need to know for Libra? Okay, Libra, what do we need to know? Okay, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse, Ace of Swords in the reverse for the outcome. So I feel like there is a bad habit that is repeating itself over and over again, and I feel like it has to do with thinking, some type of negative thinking, because the Swords energy is all about ideas and intellect. So I'm picking up the idea that you would like to express yourself, your ideas in a particular way, but you are overthinking it, and you're very tempted to communicate in ways that you've done in the past. For example, let's say you are having some type of disagreement with someone and you're tempted to send them a text about it. Well, first of all, if it's a disagreement, don't send texts, because texts can be misinterpreted in many, many ways. Okay, so think about how things that you've tried to share with other people have turned sour, and don't choose that same mode of communication again. Okay, you might word it differently, but the outcome still might be the same. So it might be a lesson of, okay, this needs to be a face-to-face conversation, not a text, maybe a phone call or a video call. Okay, and I feel this is important because with the Ace of Swords in reverse, if you keep using a type of communication where you are unable to speak your truth in a very clear manner, there is going to be further miscommunication, and that truth just gets buried underneath all of, you know, those misconceptions or misreading of the text or whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull one more card, but be careful in how you communicate things, especially things of importance. Okay, so I get Strength in the reverse. Okay, so I feel like there's a lot of self-doubt on your part, and that's probably why you would rather text or send an email, because you're afraid to use that voice to express what you were thinking. All right, but if it's not worked for you in the past, why would you do that again? Okay, so just be very careful with your communication, and I would just say that communicating face-to-face, a video call is going to be the most effective for you in this situation. Okay, so now we have Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. Spirits, guides, angels, the highest love, light, and divinity. What do we need to know for Scorpio? Okay, we get the Sun, the Six of Swords, and we get the Hangman in reverse in the outcome. So I'm feeling awesome about this because you get the Sun. So I feel like you're just in a pretty good situation right now. And this situation, because of the Six of Swords, may have to do with travel, or maybe moving to a different area. You're just really excited about this, and I see this as a really good thing for you. But what you have to be careful about is that idea of getting too egotistical about this move. Let's say you're finally in a better job situation and you can afford a nicer home and you can afford to move to a nicer part of the city or whatever it is. Be really careful that you don't fall into that keeping up with the Joneses thing. Okay, so because with the Hangman in reverse, I just kind of feel like you might be stuck in an egotistical type of perspective. Okay, so I hear that you should be enlightened to the fact that you are blessed and that this is a wonderful thing for you, and to be very grateful for it. Okay, but don't look at it as, well, now I'm better than I was before, because you know what? You still have the same value and worth as a person, even if you are advancing socioeconomically or whatnot. Okay, and I'm feeling like we need to clarify. Okay, so we get strength in the reverse. Okay, do not become vain and arrogant about this either. I feel one more. Okay, you get the Star in reverse. Again, you know, pride. So I'm just getting that, you know, you have finally gotten those things that you've been desperately wanting, those things that you've been hoping for, but don't let it go to your head, because as quickly as you can accumulate those things can turn around. Okay, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but be sure to have an attitude of gratitude for everything that has gone your way, because you've probably manifested this, right? Because you've asked and now you've received. So now we show gratitude and the idea of being thankful for those things that have been bestowed on us. Okay, so next we have Sagittarius. So let me shuffle for Sag. See what's going on with you, Saggies. Okay, what do we know? What do we need to know about Sag? Angels, guides, spirits of the highest love, light, and divinity. What does... okay, spirit, how do we... in the reverse. Okay, we got 5 of Wands in the reverse. It came out sideways, so I was like, Spirit said to take it upside down. Okay, we get Ace of Wands in the reverse, and we get the Fool in the reverse. Okay, so I feel like with the Fool in the outcome, you're avoiding a new start. So let's see why. With the 5 of Wands in the reverse, I feel like there is a situation that you have been avoiding. Okay, it's probably a conversation. I'm going to say that it's probably with a family member, and you don't like having conversations because it tends to get very fiery and intense, and you really don't want to be put in that position again. I have cards wanting to fall out. Now, with the Ace of Wands in the reverse, I'm feeling like you need to go back and backtrack. Look at the conflict and look at, okay, what is factual? What are the actual events? Because I feel I'm picking up that you're both very fiery when it comes to disagreements, and almost like at loggerheads, okay, with that fire energy. Now, with the Fool, I mean, it feels like this needs to be resolved before you can both move on. So, Spirit is saying, find your confidence. And when you have this conversation, avoid low blows. stick to the facts. Stick to the facts. I feel like I need to pull one more card. Ace of Cups. Okay, so I'm seeing this, that if you will do this in a very kind, if you're doing it from the heart with love, you know, especially, you know, prefacing this discussion with, I love you. I don't want this to be a bone of contention between us anymore. And I know we're both very passionate about our views, but I want this to be a new beginning for us. So I do see the Ace of Cups here. So I'm going to say you don't need luck. You need love in this situation, because as long as you're being truthful and speaking from the heart, and you preface, you know, your intention before going into that conversation to the universe, and then express that same intention to that person, things are going to be okay, and you'll be able to have that Fool in the reverse turn into a new cycle or a new beginning with that person. Okay, so next is Capricorn, and we are in Capricorn season right now, if you're watching it about the time I post it. And these are timeless readings, so whenever they find you, they find you. Okay, so Spirit, what do we need to know for Capricorn? Get the Five of Cups in the reverse, the Eight of Wands in the reverse, and the Ten of Swords. All right, so you have had some type of very painful situation where you feel like you've been betrayed. All right, now the Five of Cups in the reverse is saying you've got to find that strength to move on from it, because if you are unable to just move forward, that Ten of Swords is going to stay there. See, they're in your back, but you want to turn it into the reverse, so it looks like those swords are falling out, right? So I'm also feeling like with the Eight of Wands in the reverse, you feel like you want to have the last word in this. Don't. Walk away, let it go, let bygones be bygones. I have a feeling that Spirit is telling me that this person who has betrayed you is probably not someone that has meant to stay in your life. Okay, those things that no longer serve us fall away. Okay, and I'm definitely picking up, if this is a friendship, maybe a friend was talking ill behind your back, some type of situation like that, you walk away. You don't need closure. You be the bigger person and just say, I'm out of here. I don't need this kind of BS in my life. And I'm going to pull another card to clarify. So yes, it hurts. It sucks. But you've learned the lesson. And the universe says, good for you. You've learned it. Walk away. Because once you let go of that, you create more space in your heart to receive people and things in your life that are more loving and of higher vibration that you're now in once you let go of that. Okay, Ace of Wands in the reverse. I think you're letting this weigh you down. Okay, it's hard to move forward, but you have to remember that when you let go of those things, it's in your highest good. It's good for you. It's in your best interest. Okay, so you don't need to put yourself through that anymore. Okay, we're always promised that which we want or better, and you may want to stay friends with this person or these people, but I promise you let them go, you will find better. I've been in that situation, so I can tell you it happens. All right, so next is Aquarius. All right, so what do we need to know for Aquarius? Okay. All right, Aquarius. Angels, guides, spirits of the highest love, light, and divinity. What do we need to know for Aquarius? What do we need to know for Aquarius? Star in reverse, Five of Cups in reverse, King of Swords in reverse. Now, this is your reading. Star card is the Aquarius card. So, with everything in reverse, there's a lot of blocked energy here. Okay? Now, first thing I'm picking up is disappointment, because with the Star card in the upright, it's all about hope and faith and wonderful outcomes. There is something that has left you very disappointed, has not turned out the way that you wanted it to turn out. Like, I'm like feeling like a lump in my throat, like I want to cry. The Five of Cups in the reverse is telling you you've got to forgive. And if you don't want to forgive them, you got to forgive yourself. Okay, because you've got to move on. It is not worth your time nor your energy to exist in this state of disappointment. Okay, now with the King of Swords in the reverse and the outcome, there is that tendency. I see a couple of things. Either one, wanting to be vengeful against either this person, or to be, what's the word I'm looking for? If it's a situation, wanting to manipulate the situation to where it comes out in your favor, don't do that. I feel like things need to progress in a very natural way, because the universe always has these, I don't want to say tests, but they're lessons. They're lessons that we are meant to learn in order to evolve. So don't try to manipulate the test, okay, in other words. So let me pull, I feel like I need to pull one or two cards to clarify this. Okay, we get the Chariot in the reverse. So I feel like you're just kind of stuck. You're not moving forward. You're stuck in this energy of disappointment. And with the High Priestess in the reverse, you are not trusting your intuition at all whatsoever. You've got a lot of major arcanas here, so I'm feeling like this is a huge life-changing type of situation, and that there's just a lot for you to learn from it. I'm hearing that you really need to go inward and do some meditation, because when you're in that state of meditation, and by meditation I mean just clearing your mind, stepping away from that situation and just having quiet and not thinking, because once you do that, then you open yourself up for Spirit to give you divine thoughts and ideas on how to solve this. But the first thing I'm picking up is you've got to let this go. Okay, I'm sensing so much heartache in this. I've got to pull one more. There's just so much major arcana in this. All right, so you do get the Temperance card in the upright. So be patient with yourself, okay? Let things play out in their own time, okay? Let the universe do its job and let things unfold. Believe in the idea of divine timing, that it's okay to be disappointed, but don't allow yourself to get stuck in that, okay? If you will take that action, you will get to a point to where, I'm not going to say you're extremely happy, but you're going to feel more balanced, and you're going to feel like you have a little bit more sanity in your life, okay? And I'm feeling called to pull one more. You get the Two of Pentacles, okay, in the reverse. So make sure you put your priorities in order. Taking care of yourself, sleeping, getting enough rest, making sure you're drinking water, that you're eating right. I'm hearing there's a lot of self-care that needs to take place in order for you to move on from this situation, okay? So start with the little tiny habits of self-care, and it's going to help everything balance out and help you move forward, okay? So that was for Aquarius. Last but not least, and it was 34, So you might want to look at Pisces. You might want to look up angel number 3434 when this is over. All right. Because I do think that we are sent messages, and it was kind of cool that when I looked up 3434. Let's see, what do we have for Pisces? Angels, guides, spirits of the highest love, light, and divinity. What does Pisces need to know? All right. Pisces. Okay. Oh, lots of cards wanting to pop out for Pisces. Okay. Okay. 5 of Swords in the reverse, 6 of Cups in the upright, and 6 of Swords in the reverse as the outcome. Dyslexia. All right, so what I'm getting here is that I feel like you are having trouble moving on from a situation. So let's backtrack and see what is causing this difficulty. So I feel like there was some, with the 5 of Swords in reverse, there may have been some type of, I'm feeling like it's a family situation where maybe like a parent and a child had a disagreement and you're stuck in the middle. You're just like, whoa, this is not my circus right now. This is between you guys, but somehow you got dragged in. With the 6 of Cups, I'm feeling very strongly that there is a child involved in the situation. Okay, so it may be that traditional, well, I want to do this and dad says I can't. So, well, what does mom say? Well, I know from experience, it sucks to be in that situation. So I'm feeling like, you can't move on from this situation. That 6 of Swords in the reverse, because you love both people. And I have a feeling that it's one of those things where both people are right? But maybe someone is looking to be more right than the other person. So I feel like this definitely needs to be clarified. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. This person, I'm feeling like it's the dad or the masculine partner in this situation, is like they are set in their ways. They're like, I'm not budging, like telling, the son or daughter, you are not getting a tattoo, or you are not, whatever, XYZ. So that again does not help. But I do see the Knight of Pentacles as the masculine caregiver in this situation. 3 of Cups in the reverse. Again, you're that third wheel in this situation, and you just want to walk away from it because it's like, I love you both. Please let me go. Let me clarify further. High Priestess. Okay. If you are the divine feminine, or not, I'm just feeling with the High Priestess, you've got to listen to your intuition in this situation. Okay. Take some calming breaths. Step away from the situation, be it for an hour a day, and just say, look, okay, I need some time to think about this. All right. Because I love you both, but don't do this to me. I'm going to pull one more. Oh my goodness. King of Swords, truth, authority. So I'm just feeling that there could be, I'm picking up strong Aquarius energy in the fact that there could be an innovative solution to this that would make both people happy. So step into your intuition. And I would even just verbalize that truth, that King of Swords truth, and say, okay, look, you guys, there's got to be a happy medium. Let's be smart. Let's use our wits. that we have been given to figure this out in a way that is fair to everyone involved. So that was for Pisces. So thank you guys if you watched the whole thing, and even if you didn't, I totally appreciate being able to read for you. It was indeed a blessing. And until next time, love you guys. Bye. Mwah.